Hi everyone, it's me, Nikki Carr. Haven't seen most of you since first year. For those of you who are new to RMIT or haven't had me as a teacher before, I'm now the Program Manager of the BEd. And because of that appointment and a few other things, I won't be teaching much face-to-face, and so you won't see me much in the classroom this year. But I am behind the scenes. And I thought that given I'm not going to be around all that much, I might be around virtually. So I've prepared this little welcome video for you, and as you can see, I have no idea where I'm looking on my iPad to record a video. So I'm probably not looking where I should, which is at you guys. Anyway, here's an overview of the course you're about to embark on. I've put together what I think is a fantastic teaching team. Beck, Emily and Kiara are all current practicing teachers. They're either taking a small break from teaching at the moment or teaching part-time. They are all experienced in the classroom in a primary setting. They have all been team teachers before, and they have a really clear understanding of what is expected in the classroom. So their currency and their experience is going to be invaluable to you. Beck will be acting as the coordinator of the course, so if you have any queries, your first port of call is of course your tutors, but if there are other questions that Emily or Kiara can't answer, then Beck is your go-to person. Contact details for all of these lovely ladies are on the course website. So what is this course actually about? Well, as the title says, it's about learning and teaching across different areas of the curriculum, bringing them together. We do this through basing the program around a big idea of sustainability. We'll talk more about big ideas in a little while. We do this in a way that brings together a range of different key learning areas like mathematics, like geography, science, literacy, and a few other things as well. But it is about much more than that. It's about thinking. It's also about solving problems. It's about being creative and playful, and it's about being a little bit digital as well. It's a real fusion of different things but put together in a really fun and engaging way. Learning across the curriculum is also about questions, lots and lots of questions. We pose you a pretty big problem that we ask you to solve in your collaborative learning teams. In solving problems, you have to ask lots and lots of questions, and that's a big feature of the course. The extent to which we ask you to think independently to create your own questions to solve the problems. We will revisit the concepts about questioning that you covered in first year in Orientation to Teaching as part of Teacher Talk. A key feature of learning across the curriculum is it is based around problem solving, but problem solving that you do in collaborative teams. There is a lot of truly collaborative work in this course, and we'll unpack what that means in your first lecture and how it might differ from cooperative learning and what it might look like in your own work this semester as well as in a classroom. It's really important that you are in attendance in week 1 where the collaborative learning teams will be determined. Throughout the investigation you'll be wearing 2 hats. To begin with, as you immerse yourselves in the investigation, you wear a student hat. But at various times we're going to ask you to wear a teacher's hat and to look at the investigation from the perspective of a teacher. So throughout the investigation we're going to be asking that you swap between the 2 hats. At the core of learning across the curriculum is the idea that we immerse you in a problem-based learning investigation where we model teaching strategies and ideas that you then adopt or adapt in order to transfer these to a classroom. Ultimately, that will be your own classroom when you graduate, but for assessment purposes this year, we specify a particular classroom for you to use, to which you will transfer what you are learning through adopting or adapting the ideas that we model. If you can do this successfully, and we believe that you will demonstrate that you understand the principles and approaches that underpin the course. Throughout the course, we try to integrate as much technology as we can where it is appropriate, meaningful, and where it supports the sort of learning that you're engaged with. So, we ask that you bring your own device to class. That could be a smartphone, a tablet, or a laptop. That would be a helpful feature for you as well. A relatively new feature of schools, or at least one that's been revised since the 1970s, that many of you will have already come across is team teaching. The Bandura students will experience team teaching in their learning across the curriculum tutorials. The two experienced team teachers will model effective strategies for team teaching. Unfortunately, space and time constraints don't allow this at the Brunswick campus, but I am working on something there. Back in the old days, we used to have an 8:30 a.m. lecture at both campuses. I don't like 8:30 a.m. lectures, and I know that most of you don't like them either, so we'll just dispense with these. No more face-to-face lectures. Instead, we're going to adopt a blended and flipped learning approach. Most of you are familiar with that, but for those who aren't, who haven't experienced before, or who want a quick refresher, this is how it works. Each week, in the first part of semester particularly, there are pre-workshop tasks for you to undertake. They will involve listening to an online lecture. The online lectures usually run for less than 30 minutes. And there will be a reading with associated brief reflective activities. Most of these you will do as individuals. The principle behind flipped learning is that when everybody does the pre-workshop tasks, the learning that occurs in the face-to-face tutorials is much richer, and the quality of learning is higher. So there'll also be some post-workshop tasks that you will do in your collaborative groups, but you'll be doing that online as well. So there is face-to-face time, there is online time, there is individual time, and there is collaborative time that you're expected to do. Less contact hours, no face-to-face lectures, but more independent, collaborative and online learning now that you're all in third year. But still enough face-to-face time to seek clarification, ask questions, share ideas and learn together. There's a lot happening in this course, especially in the early part of the semester. We tend to front load your work, so we expect more from you in the first few weeks, but as the semester unfolds, the amount of work that you have to do each week diminishes. We plan this deliberately so that we can support your learning and to help you succeed with your assessment tasks. So my strong advice is to start with a bang and stay on top of things. The assessments will be much less stressful if you do that. What this course aims to do is to open up new ways of being in a classroom, new ways that we as teachers can design engaging, meaningful and authentic curriculum for our students. I want you to be open to what might be new. Be playful with it. Be creative. Importantly, be collaborative. But most importantly, be independent thinkers. If you do all those things, this course will be loads of fun and really rewarding for your own teaching. See you around.